And so the next film I'll be reviewing is number 10 on the top worst list of 2019, which is Ma. And this movie is just about some kids who get this older woman to get them some beers. And so she invites them over after getting them to her house that, you know, they can just go crazy and have a party at. And after so many times of them doing this, they start to find out how kind of like off the rails Ma is, and she becomes a stalker type, and you know, things kind of go downhill from there. Now, upon seeing this movie, I went in with a lot of expectations for it. It looked pretty good. It had a good premise and everything else. Octavia Spencer is a great actress. Great actress. But after seeing this film, I was like, what the hell? I put it on the top 10. It's not the worst film I've seen of last year, but it is one of the worst. Octavia Spencer, like I said, she kills it. She kills it. She sells the horror of her character as well as just the fun in the role. Like, you could tell that she was having fun in her role. And that's one thing that you like to see an actor do, whether it's a good or bad film. You want to see that they've had fun because it makes it a little bit more enjoyable, whether they give just a ridiculously over the top performance or they give a great performance in a bad film, or just in a good film they give a great performance, which adds to it being a great film. And it does give into the backstory, which gives you a little bit of sympathy toward, you know, Ma and what she's going through. And, like, you kind of get into the psyche of why she's doing what she's doing. But everything doesn't add up. Like, just how everything just kind of, like, falls into her lap and then she reacts off of it. I felt like they could have done that differently. I'm not going to get into specifics about it because that would be giving away the movie, but it just seemed like everything just came to her, and it was just like she started formulating her plan after that. And I was just like I don't, like, it just didn't sit well, you know, with me. I felt like they could have did it better, but they just didn't. The other actors did good up in the movie. The other kids and everything else, they did good. There wasn't the greatest, you know, there wasn't the greatest thing about this movie. But like I said, Octavia Spencer is just the veteran amongst everybody else. Besides Juliette Lewis, which does really good in her performance. But, I mean, everybody else did decent, just not great. The reveal, like I said, could have been better. It does have some originality to it, and it is different from what we're seeing in theaters now. But I feel like they could have gone further with what they were doing. I felt like they kind of held back just a little bit, but I mean, I guess you could say it was okay. When it comes to just the message of the movie, which I can't really get into because I feel like they don't really show it up in the trailer, and if you haven't seen the movie, it'll be a spoiler. But the messaging in the movie, I felt was kind of done pretty decent. You know, what they were trying to say with like what was going on and everything else, and I don't know, like, but just overall, I was really disappointed just in how they handled the movie. It just really didn't give like more into what I got from the trailer or what I was expecting. And it just, I felt disappointed. I felt let down by just going to see this movie and just was like, yeah, I just witnessed that. It wasn't the worst out of last year, but it wasn't anywhere near the best. But this movie is definitely a miss. I mean, check it out if you want to, but it's not that great. It's not that great.